Guys, you're welcome back on my channel. Okay, on today's tutorial we'll be learning how to cut a kimono shirt dress. That's the tutorial for today, kimono shirt dress. Okay, this kimono shirt dress, I'll make the top part kimono, you understand? So because I'll be joining gathers to the waist, from the shoulder to waist measurement. The top will be kimono, then the down I will be joining it a gather I'll gather some fabric and I'll join it. Okay, so but you can make this dress long. You can still use this same method to achieve a very long dress, a kimono long dress. Okay, kimono shirt and dress. You understand? You can still extend yours to the length, your desired length, if you don't want to have a half cut or shoulder to waist measurement. Okay, so guys, let's get started without wasting much of our time. As you can see here, I'll be working on this pattern paper. So I'll be using this pattern paper to illustrate, after which I will transfer it to my fabric, because the fabric I'll be working on, if I want to cut direct on it, you guys will not see the markings. Okay, so the markings might not be visible, so let me use this pattern paper, after which I'll go ahead and transfer it on my fabric. All right, as you can see, I've already cut out my pattern paper, uh, the amount I'll be working on. You can see here. So this is not on fold, but when you are cutting on a fabric, you have to fold your fabric. Okay, you place your fabric on fold before you cut or you transfer your pattern. Okay, so okay guys, let's get started. So here, this is, well, I will have a measurement to be working on today. I have the bust measurement 45. Okay, and I have shoulder to waist 16 inches. I also have the waist measurement. The waist measurement is 45 as well. So so how I got this my pattern paper here. So the first thing you do is to divide, because this is a kimono. Okay, so the total length of the total fabric you'll be working on, it will all depend on the sleeve length that you want. Okay, so how do you get the sleeve you'll be working on to determine the length of the total number of fabric you'll be working on today? So from your center back, from your neck, your back, the center back of your neck. I don't know how to say it, but for your neck, at the middle part of your neck, you place your tape and you extend it down to your sleeve, anywhere you want the sleeve to stop. From the back, you extend it to determine where you want the sleeve of this kimono to stop. Okay, so but if you don't know how to do that, you can as well just place your fabric on fold like this. Then you mark out your shoulder measurement. Okay, let me just do a little illustration here. So assuming you don't know how to measure from the center back, and you decide to, so the next thing you do right now, let's say my shoulder measurement, I have 17 inches for my shoulder measurement. So you remember 17 divided by 2 will have 8.5. So you just assuming this is your shoulder measurement. Okay, from this shoulder measurement now, you determine how, assuming you are attaching your sleeve, how many inches of sleeve length do you want? Okay, so maybe you now say, okay, I want maybe 13 inches. So whatever desired length you want for your sleeve, you mark it out plus your sewing allowance, maybe your folding allowance. So whatever you got there, then you measure everything total. So here, as you can see here, I have, for my center back, I have the sleeve length of 22 inches, but here I marked out 23 inches, 1 inch extra for the folding of the sleeve. So this is how you determine. So after marking out your shoulder measurement, then you mark your sleeve length and your folding allowance. Then you measure the whole, everything you have there. That will determine the amount of fabric you'll be working on where you are cutting on kimono. Okay, so that is how I got this measurement here. Because it's a jacket, here is the front part. We'll have button. This our button placard here. So this will serve our button allowance. So I'll be attaching button here, and this is for the front. So why this is for the back? Okay, so So after you have gotten your total length, so you place it on another fabric. So you add extra allowance. So I have 1.5 inch of allowance here. You can call it zipper, but here I'll be attaching button, so this will serve as my button placket here. So that is how I got this pattern paper cut out. So this is exactly what I need. So here for my shoulder to waist measurement, I have 16 inches. So 16 plus extra 1 inch for the joining. So I have 17 inches here. But like I said earlier, if you don't want a half cut joining, maybe you want to extend it, you can as well extend to your desired dress length. Okay, so you take the same process, then you extend it to your desired dress length that you want to work on. All right, so but here I'll be stopping at my shoulder to waist, after which I'll gather it. Okay, you can decide to add maybe if you want to make the same style I'm making, you can decide to add a flare. You cut your flare, you add, but here I'll be adding gathers. Okay, so guys, if today is your first time of coming to my channel, please kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay, so the next thing I will do right now, like I said, we have gotten this the total fabric we'll be working on. So the next thing, I'll go ahead from here. Here will serve as my shoulder, and this place will be serving as my shoulder line. I don't know if you guys can see. So my shoulder line here. So I'll go ahead and impute my neckline. So the neckline I'll be working on, from shirt I'll be using the neck depth of, here is my neck depth. I'll be working on 3 inch neck depth. From here, from this here, remember here will serve as the back, because here we'll be adding button to the front. It's a shirt. So from here I'll go ahead and mark my 3 inches. So here the depth also, for the back I'll be needing 1 inches. Okay, so for the back neck depth I'll be working on 1 inch, but the wideness is 3 inches. So for the front, okay guys, sorry about that. I'm just trying to adjust the camera so that it will be clear enough. So like I said, for this shirt I'll be working on the neck width is 3 inches. So this one is for the back. As you can see, it's for the back. So the back neck width I'll be working on is 1 inch, the neck depth rather 1 inch, and the width is 3 inches for both front and the back. And for the neck depth of the front, I'll be working on 3 inches as well. So this is for the front. So this is my 3 inches for the front. I'm cutting both the back, both the back and front together. So this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and make a curve. I'll go ahead and make a curve. Okay, this is for the back and this is for the front. Okay, so having done that, now the next thing I will do right now, because I want to be having I'll go ahead and put my shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement I have is 17 inches. So from here, like I said, always cut from here. So from this place now, I'll be marking out my shoulder measurement, which is 17 inches. So here I have my 17 inches. I don't need this shoulder measurement, but I'll use it as a guideline. So here, from here I'll be coming down by ½ inch for shoulder slant. So the next thing I will do right now, I'll be joining from here, from this neck point here down. I will extend the line down to this sleeve length. So here, this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and slant it down to this sleeve length. Okay, so this is it. I hope you guys can understand. So actually I don't need this shoulder, but I needed it to get my shoulder slant. So here, so from here I'll be marking out my shoulder to bust point, and my bust point measurement I have 11 inches. So here I'll go ahead and mark out my 11 inches for my bust point. So here is my 11 inches for my bust point. Okay, all right. So having done that now, the next thing I will do right now, from this my bust point, I'm going to input my bust measurement. Remember I said the bust measurement I'll be working on is 45 inches. So 45 divided by 4, that will give me 11.2. So here 11.25, I will mark my 11.2 here. Because this is a kimono, I will need extra free allowance for ease. So I'm going to be adding extra 3 inches for the ease allowance. So here I have my 3 inches here. So that being said, now the next thing I will do right now, from here for this shoulder slant, I'll be marking out my sleeve round measurement. And the sleeve round measurement I have 14 inches, but I'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches for easiness, for free, to make it a little bit loose, because remember it's a kimono. So 14 plus 2, I have 16 inches. So here, which is the 16 inches, that is 8 inches here. Let me see. I didn't get my line, so this is for my, sorry, I'm trying to get the line very well. All right, so here from the shoulder slant I have my sleeve here. So the next thing I will do right now, I'll go ahead and make a curve. I'll connect this line from here. I'll connect it to this place. Okay, so I'm connecting it here. All right, so from here now, remember I have the total I have here is 14 and a half. So I will mark it down. You can use the same method to cut your a long dress. The only thing you need to do is to extend this pattern paper or your fabric. You extend it to your desired length, um, the dress length you want. Okay, now this is what I have here. This is the kimono you have here. Okay, so you go ahead and make a curve. So this is the curve I have. You can see I use freehand. Also use, you can use your pattern paper, pattern draft like this. Okay, all right guys, I think that is the end for this tutorial. So the next thing I'll do right now, go ahead and cut it out. I'll be using a different color of fabric to cut out. I'll be sewing it on to make a design on this button allowance here. Okay, as well as the collar. Remember this is a shirt. We'll be having a shirt, we'll be attaching our collar here. So after this marking now, I'll go ahead and cut it out, after which I will transfer it on my fabric. Okay, so right now let me go ahead and cut it out. So I will first of all, remember this is for the back, this is for the back, this is for the back, this is for the front. So I'll first of all cut it out like this. Okay guys, yeah, welcome back again. So as you can see, I'm done. I've transferred my pattern on my fabric. Like I said, when you are cutting, you place your fabric on fold. So this is the back. So this is what I have here. So I'm done transferring it. So I've even cut out. So this is for the back. Okay, remember it's a shirt, so we'll be having our collar. We'll be sewing, attaching our collar. So this is what I have. Okay, so here, this is the front. So this front part now, I'll be attaching, like I said, the button placket, I'll be designing it with this a different fabric. So I picked one of the colors in the fabric. So I'll be attaching it like this, okay, on the both side. I will also use this same color to sew the collar. Use the same color of material. I will also be using it to cut out the collar for this shirt. Okay, so this is it for now. So right now, what I will do right now, I will go ahead and sew here. I will sew it from the wrong side. I will place it this way from the wrong side here. From this wrong side now, I'll go ahead and sew it down. I'm trying to pin it, so I will show us how I'm going to sew it. So I will put this right face on the wrong side. I will match it with the wrong side of the fabric. Okay, then I will go ahead and make a stitch, after which I will turn it. I'm going to be turning it this way to appear on the right face of my material. Okay, like this. So this is how I'm going to sew it, after which I will match, I will top stitch here. Okay, so this place is for the button. So the total I have here, I cut out, I'm having 2 inches. So 2 inches, you can cut 2.5 depending on the wideness you want. So me, I don't want it to be much wide. I just needed 1 inch, after which, so I go ahead and fold here. So after sewing, it will appear this way. Okay, so this is it. I will do it on both sides. Then I'll go ahead and join the shoulders together. I'll be joining the shoulders. After joining the shoulders together here, after sewing the button placket, so I'll go ahead and join the shoulders. You see, after joining the both shoulders together, then I will fold. I'll be folding the sleeve. So all these things, I'll go to the sewing machine and do them, then I'll come and show us. So after which I will fold it. I'll make a fold. This, you remember, I added 1 inch for the folding of the sleeve. So I will do it on both sides. So this is my, I will be gathering this part. I've cut out the fabric. I'll be gathering this. I have, depending on the how you want the gathers to appear. So but here I think I have a 1.5. So but I'll be joining them together. Okay, so this is it. So I'll join the two, and I'll gather them. I'll join it to the down part. All right, so you stay tuned. Hello guys, you're welcome back. So now, as you can see, I'm done sewing. This is what I have here, like I said earlier. So this is it. This is the design I talked about. So I've joined the two shoulders together. I've finished joining the two shoulders together. As you can see, I've hemmed the sleeve. This is the sleeve opening. So I've even folded it. I've done it on the both side of the sleeves. Okay, so what is left for us to do right now is to attach the down part. I'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll be using gathers. You can add maybe flare, or you can even extend it without joining anything. You extend your dress length. Okay, so now I changed my mind. So I wanted to add a pocket. I've decided to add pocket to the side of the dress. So here I have, this is my gathered. I have 3 yards. So I divided into the front. This is for the front, and this two piece is for the back. Okay, so I'll go ahead and join them, after which I will attach my pocket. So this is my pocket. I'll be attaching it by the side. Okay, so after that, I'll be cutting my collar. Remember, it's a shirt. Okay, so the here, this place is for the button. I'll also use the same color, this same red color for the shirt. All right, so the next thing I will do right now is to go ahead and measure out this neckline, so that we'll be able to cut out our shirt. So from here, you start from here. You place your tape measure for here, then you measure. So I'm measuring it all around so that I will know. Okay, what I have here, I have 19 and a half. I'll go ahead and measure it again to be sure. So I'm measuring it to know what I have here. Okay, I have that same 19 and a half. All right, so I'll go ahead and cut out my collar. But I'll first of all cut it out on my stiff. Okay, so I'll be drafting my collar on this gum stay or stiff. So I'll be drafting it here, after which I'll go ahead and attach it. I'll go ahead and cut out the I'll cut it out on our fabric. So right now I got 19 and a half, remember? So 19 and a half, you can see it's on fold. My gum stay is on fold. I place it on fold. So I'll go ahead and fold my 19 and a half divided by 2. So so this is it. I have 9.7. 19 and a half divided by 2 will give us 9.7. So remember, you should this stiff will be on fold. Even if you are cutting directly on fabric, it should also be on fold. So 19 and a half. So if you fold it by 2, that will give us 9.7. So I will mark out my 9.7. So this is my 9.7 now. So here I will get the midpoint. So the midpoint for this 9.7, so this is the midpoint here. I have my midpoint. So from here, from this end now, I don't know if this video is visible yet. Okay, I'm trying to adjust the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. So now from this 19 here, I'll come up by half an inch. You can decide to come up by 1 inch, but I want to come up by half an inch. Then I'll connect it to this midpoint. I'll connect it like this to this midpoint. Okay, so from here now I will mark out my I'm cutting I'm marking out my collar stand first. So my collar stand, I want it 1 inch or 1.2. Okay, let me use 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and mark my 1 inch. I'm marking out my 1 inch for my collar stand. So here, this is for my collar stand. So connect it. All right, so let me go ahead and measure it to be sure. Yes, I still have my 9.7. Okay, the next thing I'll do right now, I'll come in by 1 inch. I'll come in by 1 inch. So this is my 1 inch. So you can go ahead and make a curve here if you want it to be curved. You can go ahead and make a curve like this, or you can decide to leave it straight. If you want, you can leave it straight like this, depending on the design you're working on, or you can go ahead and make it a curve. So from this 1 inch here, I will extend this line. So here I'll be using 2.5. So I'll mark out my 2.5 here. But here I'll be using 2 inches. So here I'll connect. I'll go ahead and connect the line. Okay. So this is it. So if you want it to have a sharp end, you can extend this line here. You can come out here by half an inch. Here you can come out by half an inch. Okay, like this, depending on the design you are working on. But I think I'm okay with this straight line, so I'll be going for this. I want it to be straight. If you want it to have a sharp edge, you can come out here by half an inch. So I'll go ahead right now and cut it out. Okay, so so like this. All right, I think I'll be going for this curved one. So now I'll be going for this curved one. can see. All right, so go ahead and cut out this one as well. Remember, like I said, depending on the design you are working on, you can decide to cut it this way if that's the design you want. If you want it to have a sharp, but I'll be going for this straight one. I want it to be straight, okay? So that's the design I want to work on. Okay, guys. So as you can see, so when you open it, this is how it looks like. So here, our color is ready. So I'll go ahead now and cut it on my fabric. Remember, I said I'll be using a plain material. I'll be using this plain fabric also. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'll stiff it. I'll gum it on the fabric. All right. Okay, guys. As you can see here, I'm done cutting it out. I've stiff it. I've gum it on my fabric. So this is how I cut it out. So here, this is the collar stand. So this is the collar stand, okay? I'm going to sew here. I will sew from here and stop at this place. The 1 inch, I also go ahead sew from here and stop at this 1 inch here. So after which I will be placing this one inside. I will put it inside and stitch. So before turning it out, then after which we go ahead and attach it to our bodice, okay? So right now I'll go ahead and sew all the collars. I will sew them together, then I will attach it here, okay? Okay, guys, as you can see right now, I'm done joining the down part. You can see I'm done with the down part. So the only thing left for us to do right now, the only thing I will do right now is to attach the collar. So this is what I have here. So I'll go ahead and pin down. I'll pin it all around. You can see I place it on the wrong side of the fabric like this. So I'll go ahead and pin it all around like this. So I'll pin it all around. This is the only thing left for us. And our belt, remember, this is a loose it's a kimono. The top part is kimono. It's also a loose dress, a kimono shirt dress. So it's very loose. So we'll be cutting out our belt. As you can see here, I've cut out my belt already. I'll be using this for belt. So on fold, the wideness I use is 3 inches on fold. If you want it smaller, you can use 2.5 or 2 inches on fold. Yes, and the length, you can use any length of your choice, but here I have 1.5. So the belt length is 1.5. So that is what I have. So after which I attach the collar, I will go ahead and after sewing the collar like this, you see I've pinned it. So after sewing it, I'll go ahead. So after sewing here, I'll go ahead and see I'll bring it like this, then I will stitch, after which I've sewn the other part. So I'm going to be sewing it this way. So this is how it will look like, okay? So right now, if you don't want your kimono to be too free or too loose, you can add any allowance. Maybe you reduce the inches, like I added 3 inch. You can add 2 or 1.5, depending on how loose you want it to be. If you don't want it to be that loose, okay? So after your measurement, there you can go ahead and add any inches you want, maybe 2 inches or 2.5. You don't want it so big. So now, so you can see it's big. So we'll be using our belt. So after this belt, you use the belt to hold it. So I'll go right now and finish up the remaining part of this tutorial. So when I'm done, I'll put it on a mannequin for us to see the finished look, okay? So stay tuned, guys. Be right back. Okay guys, we are done. I'm done with this tutorial, as you can see. So this is the finished look of this dress. So the only thing left right now is to, I will go ahead and do my buttonholes. Okay, so after buttonholes here, I'll be attaching my buttons here. All right, so now, and this is the belt. I'm done. So I'll go straight to the mannequin, so that, but when I wear it on mannequin, I'll attach it with pin. I'll be holding it with pin first, so that I will see the finished look. Later on, I'll do the buttonholes and fix my buttons. So that is the end of this tutorial. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let's go straight to our mannequin right now and see the finished look. Okay, thank you guys for joining. Okay guys, this is the finished look of this kimono shirt dress. So this is the finished look, this is the outcome. Like I said earlier on, you can make any design of your choice. If you don't want the down part to be gathered or flare, you can make it a straight. You can make it straight kimono shirt dress. So this is it, this is the outcome. All right, so the only thing I will do right now is to go ahead and fix my button, after which I've done my buttonholes. Okay, so guys, if you find this tutorial helpful, kindly give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload new videos, you will get notified. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye.